feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Tariq Cohen on the return. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Finally be taken down, but he gets inside the Houston 20. A big play there on the first play of the game. 54 yards. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Texans 16.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lock. They'll roll him out right. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Isaiah Rodgers up to make the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's got the hook up here, complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Watson looks to throw again. He's going to wind up and air it out. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston.
To number 80.
And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him. Let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will make it into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
4-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play.
Throwing on 2nd down. Lock. And that is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 at the 7.
Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Goal at the 1-yard line.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. And he'll give it here to his running back. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in.
Yes.
A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
7.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 40. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. Play fake, and it's Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Tariq Cohen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the end zone.
That takes a lot of coordination for an offensive team, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. Backed up that close to their own end zone, usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for your team, and off he goes to the races.
Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On first down, it's Watson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base, and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run, and, of course, get to the quarterback.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. It's taken to the 26. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On 2nd and 12, Locke firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he's got this down to the 35. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 25-yard line.
Now Locke again. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
It's fourth down.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Four yards remain for second down. From the gun to give to Henderson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
A gain of 7.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller, since the screen pass was available, whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Rolling to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Second down and 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson on the move to his left. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Watson. That's taken in by Henderson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
19-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To the air yet again, Watson. That is caught inside the 5. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well,
we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you. and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
They're going for it. It's Watson. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Downs.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
54. Take me up. Here we go. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Watson off play action. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line. And that's where the return stops. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. After the turnover, here's Locke. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. He's got a man complete. Pass the 20. Baby. Give me some more. 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 89 yards. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
Harrison Butker on for the...
But this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. right after a turnover. You count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the way? And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Throwing on second and long. Watson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Going to need something special here on third and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now Watson. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Returnable here for Davis. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, 82 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Faking the give. Now Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Eli Apple. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add two more onto their lead.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Texans on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
The Texans send the punter out, standing just outside his own goal line. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now,
oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Eric Armstead able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the end zone, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Read it well, and it's picked. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Point after, up and good. And that will extend this big lead.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Certainly worth noting he's now one catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Now a first down throw, Watson. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Looking for Campbell downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 48 yards. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Paris Campbell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And a forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Jaguars 52, Texans 7. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. Steps away. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again, it's Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
To number 5.
That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And the Texans first down.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "What was that all game?" or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game, because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. 56 to Mike, boy. 56.
To throw is Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 yards there, 1st down. That catch puts him 80 away from 1,000. He's now at 920, and 920, that ties him with Torrey Holt.
That's a great name to remember, but the number, 920, almost boggles the mind, doesn't it? You're talking about 80 catches away from 1,000? What a phenomenal achievement if he gets there, and I have no reason to believe he won't.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 11. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
0-0, Mike free.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A handoff as they run the counter play. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Off the play fake. Watson rolling to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down?
56, Mike, 56. Coming. 20 points down, coming. 56 to Mike. 56.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 30. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Oh, wide open, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Butker now to add the extra point. Kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for two. Flushed out right. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And unable to connect. It's incomplete. And the clock stopped at 8 seconds. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back.
Now they try the right side here. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Final score,
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys are just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jaguars, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
handstand, you fools hurt. Jesus, well.